Alright, it's UFC Fight Night. Time for the real fucking main event. The real fight that everyone wants to fucking see. Iaquinta coming back after 2 years gone against Diego Sanchez. Obviously, the odds are fucking ridiculous. The odds are Iaquinta's favored negative 420 for all you potheads out there. And Diego plus 335. That's fucking ridiculous, man. But hey, I respect it. Iaquinta is a young stud, man. He's fucking he's an animal, dude. There's no other way to put it. He's beating the likes of Jorge Masvidal, who's right now is the fifth ranked welterweight, and he's coming back against Diego Sanchez, a lightweight. Before he left the UFC with this whole thing that was going on with a bunch of shit about injuries, pay, and all that shit that was going on. He left and he came back, which I'm honestly glad he fucking came back. This guy fucking... There's no such thing as a boring fight when this guy steps into the fucking octagon. He has a purple jiu-jitsu belt under Matt Serra. And Matt Serra is honestly one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches out there. And most underrated just because he's just... You see him as a fat uncle that you have everywhere else. You know what I mean? Especially if you're from a Hispanic or Latin or a European... background. You just see him as a fat uncle, you know what I mean? He's fucking hilarious. But I honestly, man, I see this being an all-out war. I think this is honestly the best fucking matchup that they could have made. I'm fucking ecstatic that he came back. He's Iaquinta, man. He's just not a boring fighter, man. He fucking has good fucking boxing. He's fucking brawls with people. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Jorge Masvidal, when he first fought him, you were just kind of like, who the fuck is Jorge Masvidal, right? Back then, 2 years ago. Now you think of seeing that fight and you're just like, holy shit, he beat Jorge Masvidal. A fucking the fifth ranked welterweight right now who's going up against Damian Maia for possibly the number one contender spot for T Woodley. So and if he beats Damian Maia and he fights T Woodley, I think he fucking beats the brakes off T Woodley. So you're looking at a possible future champion. Before that, he beat Joe Lozon when Joe Lozon was actually relevant. Who else? Who else is he? Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's not really a great fighter now, but you know, a lot of his fights were obviously great wars, and a lot of them were fucking fantastic to watch. And I'm gonna say one thing that I think people are really taking out of heart. I think, and this is just coming from one of my favorite fighters besides Joanna and Jacek is Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is one of my favorite fighters. And it's once again because of San Diego and because I in San Diego he was the only fighter from there. And when I got into MMA, I just watched him because he was a champion. You know. And the reason why I like him a lot is because when he came back after his fucking 2 years of injury, just like Iaquinta, he came back and he said, you know, I'm kind of more dangerous now because it's like I don't need the UFC to fucking to make a payment, like to make my life great. I don't need the UFC to fucking pay my bills. I have something else. And when you have something else, you kind of go out there not worrying about getting injured, not worrying about losing, not worried about that because it's like this isn't everything that you have now. Now you have income coming in from someone else. And I at first I was like, what the fuck? Well, he's just not gonna give a fuck about fighting and everything. But then I kind of realized, I kind of like took it from his perspective, and I was like, nah, that just makes him an even more dangerous fighter because now it's like, now I can leave it all out there, and if I get injured and I can't fight anymore, I'll be like, well, fuck it, you know, I got income coming in for someone else. That's what I see Iaquinta doing, you know what I mean? Like, he's coming back. He in an interview saying, you know, I don't need the UFC anymore. I just came back because I love the sport. I came back because I wanted to fight. I came back because I believe I'm one of the best. And I mean, he by Sure Dog, he's ranked the 8th lightweight in all of competitions, Bellator, anything out there. He's ranked the 8th best. But Sure Dog's not a great ranking. Well, no, they are when it comes to men. When it comes to women, they're fucking retarded. But when it comes to men, yeah, they're a great ranking part to it. So he's ranked 8th. And in the lightweight division, after 2 years off, Iaquinta is still ranked 14th. 14th, and he's beaten Kevin Lee. Wait, did he? I'm pretty sure he did beat Kevin Lee. Or was it Kevin Casey that I'm getting them mixed up with? No, he beat Kevin Lee. He beat Kevin Lee, unanimous decision. Unanimous decision for 2014, so it's been a while, 3 years ago. Dude, I'm sorry. For some reason, I had Kevin Casey in my head when I was thinking of Kevin Lee. and I just automatically thought Kevin Casey sucks ass. My bad. No, Kevin Lee is a fucking good fighter. Oh, I'm an idiot before that one, but yeah, my bad, my mistakes on that. But Kevin Lee, he's beaten the likes of Kevin Lee, and Kevin Lee's ranked above him, obviously because he's been active. Obviously Alan Iaquinta has been inactive, but he's already beaten the 11th guy. He's already beaten the 11th guy. I think he can beat Gilbert Melendez. I think he can beat Evan Durham. Benil Dariush, he's an up-and-comer. He's a fucking great fighter. I like him. I think he trains at American Kickboxing Academy, a.k.a. I think he destroys Michael Johnson. I honestly can see him right now. If he comes back, I can see him being a top 5 fighter, top 6 fighter. I think he can beat Michael Chiesa. I think he can destroy Nate Diaz. I think he'll beat Dustin Poirier. I don't even see why Dustin Poirier is ranked 9th, dude. They're like, oh, he's 4-0 in the lightweight division. Yeah, but he got destroyed in the featherweight division every time he fought. Fucking Conor McGregor destroyed the shit out of him, dude. Oh, whatever. But I honestly think, man, Alan Iaquinta is someone to watch out for. He's dangerous now. It's like he doesn't need the UFC. He's not going to be worried about if I get injured, I'm fucked. I'll never be able to support myself. It's like now it's like, dude, I can go out and get injured and I don't give a fuck. I'm going to still be able to make money, so I'm going to put everything on the line. That's the way I see it. That's the way I'm coming at it. And by the way Alan Iaquinta sounded in the interview, that's the way I feel like he's interpreting it too. So I'm fucking excited for this fight. I hope he comes back, destroys, put the fucking the lightweight division on notice that he's back, bro. I fucking been a fan of this dude. I just like how he brawls. I like how fucking he fights. I just love everything about him. And then people underestimate his ground game because they see so many knockouts, KOs. It's like, dude, he can fucking submit your ass too. Matt Serra is no slouch when it comes to teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And, I mean, look at that. 6 knockouts, 5 by decision. I honestly don't see this going to a decision. And if it does go to decision, I still think Alan Iaquinta wins. So Alan Iaquinta wins by second round TKO or by decision unanimously too. I don't think it's going to be a split decision. Because he's just facing better boxers with heavier hands. Jorge Masvidal comes to mind. And Diego Sanchez, he's a brawler and he has heavy hands, but he's not as technical. I can see Alan Iaquinta picking him apart, or I can see just straight slugfest, and Alan Iaquinta still stays on top. He's never been knocked out in his MMA professional career, and I don't expect to start now. 2 years off, I think he comes back stronger. People say ring rust, yeah, but Dominic Cruz came back and faced Mizugaki, and obviously Mizugaki isn't as good as everyone knows now. But I'm just saying Alan Iaquinta has an easier time coming back, and he's not even wasn't from injury. He's still trained, and he still fucking was still in the sport. He was just he was nursing the knee injury, and that's it. But he was already been nursing that injury for a while. So I think he comes back. Ring rust doesn't affect him at all. And I think he destroys Diego Sanchez. I don't even think a decision is gonna happen. I just think Diego Sanchez is just way past his prime, and he's way fucking old, man. He's an older guy, and I saw him training with BJ Penn when BJ Penn was coming back for Yair Rodriguez, and people were like, BJ Penn, and I'm like, dude, BJ Penn's gonna get smacked. But I saw him training, he's like, just goes to show you that us old guys can still do it. It's like, not when you face a fucking younger dude. You're facing a 29-year-old hungry, fucking already came back and says, you know what, I can leave it all on the line because I got money coming in from somewhere else. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I can put this all on the line. And I think Alan Iaquinta fucking destroys him and puts the lightweight division on notice, man. I'm fucking excited for this fight. This is your real main event. You should watch this main event. Fuck Cub Swanson and Artem Lobov. Even though I have mad respect for Cub Swanson, this is your main event, dude. This is the fight that I want everyone to fucking watch because this is the real fucking fight, man. He's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. Hold on. I'm reading something just coming in. Okay, my bad, sorry. Yeah, man, so I think... Oh, and then he lost to Michael Chiesa during the season finale. And Michael Chiesa's ranked 7, so I think you run that back and he fucking destroys him. But I kind of want him to get not an easy fight, I don't want to say easy fight, but kind of like... After 2 years off, I think a better matchup than Diego Sanchez would have been better. You know, probably the 15th ranked guy. The likes of, you know, probably... Gilbert Melendez would have been fun too. I would have liked to see that fight because he's replaced him a couple times when Gilbert got injured. You see Lando Venata, but he just came back from he was just in a war himself. I don't know. I could have done for a better matchup, but I'm fine with Diego Sanchez. Diego Sanchez is a big name, and Diego Sanchez is a brawler. So this is more of a fun fight that they're putting on for the fans more than to see where Alan and Iaquinta is. But I think this is definitely going to be a slugfest. It's definitely going to be a fun fight, and I don't see an upset alert happening anytime soon, man. I think Alan Iaquinta just fucking destroys Diego Sanchez. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But main event's coming up next, so stay tuned for that.